Hey, Loot Legends! Today we're going to review several new free games available on Steam. Without further ado, let's get down to it. Welcome to REDSEC, the latest free-to-play mode that feels like a breath of fresh air for Battlefield fans. From the very first jump, the game drops you onto Fort Linden, a sprawling, secretive California base that's as beautiful as it is deadly. The Battle Royale experience here is unlike any other. You're not just fighting for the last squad standing, you're battling for control of a shrinking ring that's more lethal than any other in the genre, thanks to Battlefield's signature large-scale destruction. The tactical demolition system is a game-changer. A single explosive can blow a wall, open a new route, or collapse an enemy's position, turning the tide in an instant. It feels like every structure is a potential weapon, and that's why the map never feels static. Every corner of Fort Linden offers a new tactical advantage or a fresh threat. Then there's the survival mode, a brutal new addition that forces squads to complete objectives before the enemy does. It's a high-stakes race that keeps the adrenaline pumping long after the initial drop. The game's Portal Sandbox lets you create your own experiences for free, giving you endless ways to test the limits of the battlefield. All of this comes at no cost, with optional in-game currency for cosmetic items. REDSEC captures the heart of Battlefield, teamwork, strategy, and explosive action, and layers it on top of a fresh, free-to-play package. If you're looking for a new way to dive into the Battlefield universe, REDSEC is the place to start. Hey, let's dive into a little gem that's been resurrected from the ashes of the arcade era, Evil Egg. Imagine a twin-stick shooter that feels like a high-octane nightmare, with bullets flying, enemies popping out of every corner, and a soundtrack that keeps your heart racing. The restoration team in Eugene, Oregon, pulled the original cabinet out of near disrepair and turned it into a faithful digital emulation, so you get that crisp, analog feel without the hardware hassle. From the moment you fire off your first shot, the game throws you into an endless cascade of green, gooey monsters and hazardous traps. Power-ups and artifacts appear like candy, giving you a brief respite before the next wave of chaos. The level design is infinite, but the score system rewards skill, so if you can survive the onslaught, you'll see your name climb the online leaderboards. Just a heads up, Evil Egg is a visual and auditory roller coaster. Flashing lights and strobe effects are a big part of its charm, so keep that in mind if you're sensitive. All in all, this is a brilliant homage to classic twin-stick blasting, and a testament to what a small team of preservationists can achieve. Give it a spin, you'll be hooked from the first blast. Plague Lords drops you into a dark, medieval world where greed and disease collide. From the opening, the game pulls you into a forgotten barony, its streets crawling with a new, terrifying plague. You're not just a lone hero, you command a tight-knit squad of mercenaries, each with their own skills and personalities, and you're forced to balance combat, survival, and the politics of a town on the brink. The core mechanics are surprisingly polished. You can build a camp from scratch, erect fortifications, and craft traps that turn the tide of battle. The crafting system is deep enough to keep you tinkering, yet streamlined so you don't get lost in menus. And the combat itself? It's fast, but you're rewarded for positioning and using your squad's abilities in concert. The infected enemies are a constant threat, and the way they spread the disease adds a layer of urgency you won't find in most strategy titles. What really sets Plague Lords apart is its atmosphere. The forested landscapes feel oppressive, and the towns are alive with tension. The narrative is subtle, letting you uncover the mystery of the plague and the scheming dealer as you progress. It's a game that feels both grand and intimate, and it leaves you hungry for the full experience beyond the prelude. If you're into tactical squad games with a dark twist, Plague Lords is worth your time. Hey everyone, let's dive into Butterfly X, the free game that stitches together every beloved character from the Butterfly puzzle series into one colorful, chaotic adventure. From the moment you launch, you're handed the familiar caterpillar, no, not the one that can jump, but the one that flutters, bounces, and slides along pipes. That's your ticket through a sprawling maze of levels you can pick at will, though I'd say the real fun comes when you tackle them all and help the little bug finish its mission. The core loop is simple yet addictive. Collect all the flowers to unlock the next stage, dispatch bees, and use every bounce and pipe to reach the finish line. The designers sprinkle moving obstacles and multiple paths to keep you guessing, and the blue bird adds a nice touch of danger. One wrong peck, and it's game over. Each level feels fresh, with unique layouts that demand you stay alert and adapt on the fly. What shines is the polish in the visuals and the satisfying feel of the caterpillar's flight and pipe navigation. It's smooth, responsive, and surprisingly fun to master. The soundtrack keeps the pace lively without becoming repetitive. On the downside, the free version can feel a bit sparse, and some of the later levels stretch the mechanics to the point of frustration. Still, for fans of the series or anyone craving a quick, breezy puzzle challenge, Butterfly X delivers a solid dose of charm and challenge. Give it a whirl and see if you can outsmart every bee and blue bird in the lineup. Welcome to Im der Dunklen Jagd, a tense, two-player horror adventure that pulls you into the shoes of detectives racing against the clock. From the very first moment, the game drops you into a dim, foreboding environment where every creak and flicker feels earned. Your partner and you must scour each level for scattered clues, piecing together a story that's as chilling as it is mysterious. The gameplay is built around careful exploration and teamwork. You'll need to split up, cover more ground, and share discoveries in real time. Each of the 3 levels ramps up the pressure, offering new puzzles that demand you think on your feet. The atmosphere is impeccably crafted, with low-key lighting and unsettling ambient sounds that keep your heart pounding. Though this is an early build, it's clear the developers have a solid core mechanic. Your feedback will be crucial in shaping the final experience. If you're looking for a short, immersive horror coupe that tests both your detective instincts and your partnership, Im der Dunklen Jagd is definitely worth a try. TaleSmiths invites you to wander through the heart of Northern Europe, turning the continent's myths, poems, and songs into living, breathing adventures. From the misty fjords of Norway to the wind-blown dunes of the Faroe Islands, each region feels like a page turned in a living atlas, thanks to photogrammetry that captures every rock, ridge, and mossy glade with astonishing detail. The game's core is its storytelling. You step into the shoes of a traveling scribe, guided by local experts who weave authentic folklore into interactive narratives. The dialogue is rich, the pacing deliberate, and the emotional beats hit with the quiet weight of centuries. What really sets it apart is the motion-controlled interface. Your movements translate directly into character actions, making the experience feel less like a game and more like a pilgrimage. It's a subtle but powerful way to bring the stories to life. TaleSmiths is more than a game. It's a cultural tour, a literary museum, and a gentle reminder that technology can deepen our connection to the places and tales that shape us. If you're looking for a journey that blends art, history, and immersion, this is the one to take. Imagine stepping into a theme park that time forgot. Mannyland, a 90s playground built around the beloved cartoon duo Manny and Friends. The moment you walk through the rusted gates, the air feels thick with nostalgia and dread. There are no monsters here, just the echo of forgotten laughter and the ghosts of childhood dreams. This point-and-click psychological horror is a love letter to retro British culture, with over 200 hand-drawn 2D backgrounds and 3D environments that mimic that same in Canwash style. Every corner hides a clue, every click can trigger a subtle jump scare that's more unsettling than a chase scene. The game deliberately keeps monsters out of the equation, letting the true horror come from the unraveling memories and the man-made terrors buried beneath the park's surface. What makes Mannyland stand out is its humor, sharp, 90s British with that lands on the player's gut, and the quirky, toxic best friend simulator that turns a classic trope into a chilling experience. All of this comes from a single developer, yet the production value feels A. After all, the title itself has 3 A's. Acti drops for free on October 31st, 2025, and it's a perfect way to test the waters of this eerie nostalgia trip. If you're a fan of atmospheric storytelling, clever humor, and a fresh take on point-and-click horror, Mannyland is the park you'll want to explore if you dare. Welcome to the FreakShow, a chaotic arena where survival and spectacle collide. In this post-apocalyptic game show, you and 2 teammates must outsmart and outgun an enemy squad for glory and loot. From the moment the lights flash, you're on camera, on the Jumbotron, and the live announcer's voice is your constant companion. What sets FreakShow apart is its blend of strategy and raw combat. You're not just swinging weapons, you're commanding a zombie horde, setting up defenses, and timing your attacks to crush the opposition. It's a dance of offense and defense where a misstep can mean the difference between victory and a gruesome demise. The multiplayer experience is tight. Teamwork feels essential, and the pressure of the live audience adds a thrilling layer of intensity. The visuals are gritty, the soundtrack pulses with adrenaline, and the gameplay loop keeps you engaged from the first screen to the final triumph. If you crave a game that demands both tactical thinking and brutal action, FreakShow delivers a relentless, cinematic showdown that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Prepare to fight, strategize, and, most importantly, survive the FreakShow.
But most importantly, players must survive the freak.
Imagine a board game that's been taken to the next level. Chess with Idiots throws you into a tactical roguelike where every turn feels like a puzzle, every move could be your last, and losing is just the beginning of a new story. You pick a ragtag squad of idiots, each with quirky abilities, and march from a misty forest, through a crumbling cave, a mind-bending library, and finally to a volcano's summit where a dragon awaits. The twist? You set the turn order yourself, turning the classic chess idea into a personal strategy playground. Each region feels fresh. Goblin ambushes in the woods, traps that bend space in the library, lava flows that shift the battlefield. And because the game is roguelike, enemies get tougher with every run. But you also unlock new characters and abilities that let you adapt and grow. The handcrafted 2D art is vibrant, the animation smooth, and the environmental hazards keep you on your toes. It's not a chess clone. It's a new game that borrows the mind game of chess, but turns it into a chaotic, laugh-inducing, strategic adventure. Will you conquer the dragon at the volcano's heart? Or will you become just another hero swallowed by the flames? Play to find out. Hey, welcome back, gamers. Today I'm diving into a spooky little gem called Funny Bones, a fast-paced typing challenge that's sure to keep your fingers flying and your Halloween spirit alive. Picture a line of skeletons marching across the screen, each one demanding you type its body parts before it vanishes into the underworld. One skeleton disappears, another appears, and the tempo ramps up faster than a jack-o'-lantern's flicker. It's a test of reflexes, spelling, and a dash of anatomical knowledge. The game splits into two modes. In story mode, you unravel the necromancer's mystery, unlocking new challenges as you progress. Infinite mode throws you into endless rounds, letting you climb the leaderboard and prove you're the ultimate summon master. The visuals are delightfully eerie, bones glinting under moonlight, ghostly backgrounds, and the whole thing feels like a haunted typing tutor. The soundtrack? A remix of Hall of the Mountain King by Kevin MacLeod, giving that perfect mix of tension and fun. What makes Funny Bones stand out is how addictive it is. It's simple to pick up, but the increasing speed keeps you on your toes. Even if you're not a hardcore typist, you'll find yourself chasing higher scores and faster rounds. Plus, it's a great way to brush up on anatomy while you're at it. Bottom line, Funny Bones is a quick, addictive, and oddly educational Halloween treat. Whether you're looking for a casual pickup or a serious typing showdown, this game delivers the chills and thrills you need. Give it a spin and see if you can out-type the undead. Welcome to Pac-Snec, the ultimate high-score chase that throws a snake into a Pac-Man-style maze. From the first moment you see that looping body, you know every turn matters. The labyrinth is built on the fly, so no two runs feel the same. Each twist, turn, and dead end is a fresh puzzle. You're the Snec, a snake-like creature that devours orbs to grow. The longer you get, the tighter the walls become, and the more your own tail threatens a game over. It's a simple mechanic, but it's brutal and addictive. Add to that the specters, those sleek enemies that patrol the maze, and will catch you if you're careless. Knowing their patterns and planning your path is essential, or you'll find yourself trapped in a dead end with a specter looming. The game gives you plenty of ways to test your skill. Classic mode is pure arcade, no holds, no mercy. Dead end mode forces you to think ahead, because every exit is a trap. And if you're feeling nostalgic, you can even dial out the specters for a pure tail avoidance session. Visually, Pac-Snec pays homage to the 80s with pixel art and neon trails, but the upgrades feel fresh. Unlock new Snec bodies, trail effects, and specter skins as you climb the leaderboard. It's a design that rewards quick, frantic sessions and long, grinding play. All in all, Pac-Snec is a slick, high-energy mashup that turns the classic Snake formula into a relentless, replayable challenge. Grab your joystick, feed that snack, and see if you can top the global leaderboard. Thanks for sticking with me through the whole playthrough. If you enjoyed what you saw, just hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing so you won't miss any of the next videos. I'll see you next time. Stay awesome.